the strong performance against Philadelphia. What was the most satisfying part about the way that your team competed tonight?
Lots of satisfaction. I mean, they again, for the second night in a row, played incredibly hard, played together, stuck to the game plan. We didn't give up a bunch of offensive rebounds and didn't turn the ball over. So you add it all up, and it was a great performance. And just proud of the way they fight together and have that collectivity. So great performance. Really proud of them.
In watching Joe Harris from training camp and your time observing him and what he's been able to do, how big of a weapon is he for you?
Joe's a stud. He makes shots, he makes plays, he's battles physically, defends, rebounds. He does a bit of everything. He's not just a shooter. He makes other plays and makes his teammates better because of his energy, effort, and shot making.
Brian Lewis, New York Post.
Hey, Steve, this is twofold. I'm curious, one, are there things that you're finding now as you're shorthanded that you'll be able to put into effect when you have your full team or close to your full team? And secondly, there was a report that Kyrie, in essence, said, I just don't want to play. I'm curious if you can shed a little bit of light either on that report or whatever conversation you've had with him, if you've been able to reach him.
I haven't spoke to him yet. I can't really comment because I haven't spoke to him, and it's personal reasons. So it'd have to come from Kyrie, but I don't believe that to be the case. And then what did we learn? I mean, I think we just learned when we play together, we play hard, we don't turn the ball over, and we don't give up offensive rebounds. We're tough to beat. And so we've known that, but it continues to be illuminated with our performances here, and just really proud of the guys for that effort.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, Coach, it might seem like a little while ago, but you used to play with Dwight. Is this the same player that you remember playing with back then? And can you just talk about the influence he had on the game? Like he kind of got under a lot of guys' skin out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's, that's Dwight played hard and was aggressive, and I don't want to comment too much on the other team's players, frankly.
Alex Schiffer, The Athletic.
Hey, Steve, this is similar to what Brian asked, but some of the things that you called weaknesses a couple games ago haven't really looked like weaknesses these past two games. But, the turnovers, second chance points, et cetera. I guess, how do you kind of evaluate where you guys are with that stuff when your two best players aren't with you guys and where you guys stand with them? Yeah.
I mean, the turnovers are they're going to happen. But a part of that is just concentration and playing together, going away from tension, making simple plays. And so the more simple plays we make, the more opportunities we get for good shots, and the less opportunities we have to make, plays under duress, which can end in turnovers. The rebounding is going to be a collective effort. It's fantastic again, and we got to continue that. That's got to be something that we're on guard and watching over all year and taking pride in and gang rebounding. So it's great to see it, but this isn't like, oh, we're solved. We're a great, rebounding team. That's something that we got to prove every night the rest of the year.
Greg Logan, Newsday.
Steve, does it send any sort of message to the rest of the team that these past two games they played so well without Kevin twice and without Kyrie once?
Well, I think we're such a, like I keep saying, we're so young as far as our time together. It's all so fresh and so new that, each day is an opportunity for us to get to know each other better, to get better collectively. And so it's, I don't know that it sends a message. I think the message is for the whole group that, when we play connected and we have that fighting spirit, we give ourselves a great chance every night, no matter who's available. So just proud of the guys for continuing to push the envelope there. They played well, start to finish. Did so many things well, but the most important thing is just the way they approach the game with their spirit and their collectivity. There's a tough league, but if you bring that every night, you got a chance no matter who you're playing.
Malika Andrews, ESPN.
Hey, Steve, twofold question for you. First, I'm curious, is there a basketball reason as you're going through your lineups at this game and last game after 155 consecutive starts that you decided from a basketball standpoint that Joe Harris didn't quite fit in these matchups in the starting?
No, I mean, not at all. Like I said earlier, Joe's a stud. He's an NBA starter. We're just experimenting. We're, with Kevin out with a quarantine, we're just mixing it up, looking at different lineups, seeing different people play together. So, look, Joe Harris is outstanding. He's going to play a lot of minutes every night, whether he starts or doesn't start. Right now, we're having a look at this machination of our team, and I'm sure we'll look at a lot of others. As you've seen, Kevin's got a quarantine. Tyler Johnson's got a quarantine. We've already lost Spencer. So lots of things are going to happen. We're going to see lots of different lineups. And when it is so new to everyone, I think now's the time to try some of these things, have a look at different lineups. And simply, that's all it is.
And then secondly, we're seeing in other games around the league tonight the continued demonstrations in response to the last couple of days. Did you have a conversation with the team? I know you said you hadn't yet, and decide, what, this is not for us today, or was there just no discussion? We're going to go.
There wasn't a discussion. I want to be clear that doesn't mean that it isn't a very important issue for our team, individually and collectively. Just tonight, there's a lot going on. Missing, our two stars, just trying to get prepared, get our lineups, rotations, get everyone's mind in the right space. So I think we're just occupied with trying to have a great performance. But that doesn't mean that we diminish at all the things that are much bigger than basketball.